saddest thing is that there's this Palm Swipes After YouTube show. And I'm assuming, so I guess.
Is it a companion piece to
Yes.
their podcast?
Yeah. Yes. So this comes out after each show to talk about each episode they do. I'm assuming it's Carol's cuck of a husband who's putting this together, because I don't know who else would do it. It gets 0 views.
I would like to bring up that she does, yes, indeed, bring in half of the money of the show.
Let's find out. Let's see. Let's just watch it and see what happens here.
Oh, no.
This should be fun.
This is episode 34 about Mom Swipes Left, episode 173. I'm your host, Palm de Terre. This week's episode was a very savvy rebuttal, we'll say, to a review Jen and Carol received from...
Savvy? What?
What in the ever-loving fuck are we watching here, Carl?
You've never seen a potato tell me that I suck before?
No.
Is this the first time you've seen this?
This is
I wish I was making this up, but this is really what's going on.
This is an audio podcast for a lot of people. Allow me to reset this. We're looking at a man whose face, his lips and his eyes are visible, but he has a potato underground, and he is talking in just an absolutely boring cadence.
Yeah, and he's upset. The best part about this is that you'd think it'd be goofy and silly. He's a potato. You'd think he'd be like,
yeah, you think he'd be over there.
Those are the noises you make when you're pretending to be something.
I'm a big fan of his.
When you're trying to be a food, those are the sounds that you make, not this guy.
Really boring. Yep.
A show, and I use that term loosely, called
loosely. This is a show, asshole.
Who Are These Podcasts?
I know that because there's a theme song and everything. There's an outro. Of course, it's a show.
You know this guy, what he's done? He's like, Carol, I think I burned them for you.
Yeah, they won't be coming back around here no more.
I showed them who's boss.
Yes. That thinks they're doing a great service to the world, but are just turds, and I don't even really want to give them any more of my breath.
All right, we can stop right now.
I'm already too upset about it. And
he's clearly out of breath.
Yeah, worn out from punching
just
down.
what these guys represent and what they do that pisses me off more than anything else. Like, what they really hoped was that the girls would cry.
That is not true.
I don't know.
I'm trying to have some fun with this.
Well, I got this text message from you 2 weeks ago. It says, I hope these bitches cry.
I want this guy to cry. This is who I want to cry.
Yeah.
This cuck who's pretending to be a potato on YouTube. This guy fucking sucks.
Now that would be funny.
Oh, these guys just want to make my wife cry.
All this turds.
That's the kind of satisfaction these turds are looking for. All I can say is that what Jen and Carol did...
Spit it out, asshole! Come on! I don't have much time left. We're already going way over
This
here.
guy literally picked a terrible, terrible vegetable to be, because I have seen many potatoes that have way more charisma than this guy.
He has the charisma of a potato. It's amazing.
Don't insult potatoes. This guy's a fucking yam.
I'll salt potatoes, but I won't insult
It's
potatoes.
a Syracuse joke. Come on.
Is by far more entertaining and more of a service than anything.
Said one of the host's husbands. Their show is better than yours, is it? Okay.
You do, Carl, and them.
Croche.
Yeah.
Them.
It's better
Is
to
he
put
a
a
they,
lot
them?
of effort into something that sounds effortless than to not put any effort into something that insists it's perfectly curated and artisanal.
Wait a second. Did you say we're putting not enough effort into our show? Is that what he's
Yeah,
saying?
you're not exactly a charcuterie board.
Yes, I scripted that. Because even when you want things to sound unscripted, they can be scripted, or vice versa, and it doesn't fucking matter.
We're learning. All right, so because I scripted that, because even if you wanted to sound unscripted, it can still be scripted. Except for then you can't tell us that you scripted it if you wanted it to sound unscripted. And you said, by the way, I wrote that down. Well, then you just defeated the purpose of pretending you're coming off the cuff here.
what am I looking at?
Yeah,
It's
I'm gonna
not
have
done yet.
nightmares. I'm gonna have
What a
nightmares.
I have never seen anything in my life like this.
Can we
This
go back
is-
to looking at John?
Can we?
This is a man who is crying, pretending to be a potato
Yeah.
on the internet. That's what you're looking at. Did you ever think that adults would behave like this? When I was a child, I always looked up to adults. Like, they got it all figured out. They got jobs and money and cars.
We were told to respect them.
Yes, I was calling them by their last name, for Christ's sake. And then you find out that they're potatoes on the internet crying because their wife's feelings got hurt. You're like, what? That's what this is? I could have
would
been an
like to-
adult decades ago.
I would like to apologize to Mr. Potato Head and
Yeah,
his
right.
potato family.
You and your incel nation can.
Sir, incel. Just because I don't want to have sex with my wife.
Yeah,
It's a very different definition.
it's
Just
funny. That's what she said.
Fuck
Come on.
off. I don't get it. That's all there is to it. I don't understand the appeal of your
Obviously.
toxic masculinity. I appreciate the way that these women handled your criticism.
I did. I thought it sucked.
Yeah, they did not do a good job, sir.
That must be my toxic masculinity coming through just now. Oops. By the way, you guys are actually like, this is no big deal. How many potatoes have you offended in the last couple weeks, huh?
Well,
Eddie?
No,
Eddie?
I find this to be astounding.
I know. me
This
too.
is the craziest response you've ever gotten to a show. People have flipped out. They've
Yeah.
called your job, tried to get you fired.
correct.
They have done everything in the world. But this fucking sad sack goes to the internet and does a Mopey video as a fucking potato to teach you a goddamn lesson.
I think he's
What is
auditioning.
happening?
Have you ever seen anyone milk a potato before? I'm going to do it right now.
So much so that listening to the original Who Are These Podcasts episode about Mom Swipes Left, I was thankful it was over and thankful that I didn't bother listening to all 3 hours.
Well, then it wasn't over then,
Yeah.
sir. If that is your real name, Mr. Potato Head.
This is
And was
ridiculous.
disappointed in some ways that I was forced to listen to more of you twats
By your
because
wife.
I wasn't going to miss Mom Swipes Left's response. So I was kind of relieved when MSL was over too, so I wouldn't ever have to hear these guys again.
Well, you're doing a shit job of it. You're putting out a rebuttal video on
Yeah.
YouTube. I don't want to hear from these guys ever again.
Whoops.
One way to get on my radar is to talk about me on the internet. I don't know if anyone's figured that out yet, but
Yeah.
it's happens every time.
There is no show low enough that Carl will
Yeah,
not
right.
respond
This
to.
guy just became a regular segment.
I'm going to cut out the Cedric John shit that we did with Shuley. I'm just
Yeah.
going to put this in.
Fuck the wives. I want the after show every week from
Yes.
now on.
Should this be a regular segment? Just this potato?
Fucking potato guy song parody contest. I'm there already. Like,
Can you
I'm
imagine
already there.
next week I'm playing 20 songs about this guy. It's like,
The guy's a star.
you know, you go on one YouTube show as a potato and be mopey and everyone's
Twats,
making
twats,
songs.
Have you looked at
Cock,
this YouTube?
cock.
Is he a potato in every video?
Yes.
He does this all the time.
Correct.
This is his alter ego.
But no one's ever
He's
seen it
Tom the
before.
Terror.
Like literally, if you go on there, and we can look at this in real time when we're done watching this, you can see how many views all of these have. And it's single digit if 0 is a digit. I'm not sure if it is or not. I have to go back to math class.
now, is this the guy who's the doctor?
I don't know. I assume he's probably a male nurse because I think she said medical. He seems like a mopey male nurse.
Yeah, I like to think that those are the last thing a few people have seen.
I'd hate to be in the emergency room after this guy's wife's podcast got made fun of.
I would like to help you, but I'm very upset. I'm very deeply troubled by these twats.
You think flatlining's bad? You should hear what this guy said about my wife. Spit it out.
Just so everybody knows, this is played
Something
right
else
now.
to say. Well, no mention of me,
Well, you got what you
which
wanted
I can
now.
only imagine would have upset you because I stole your shtick
What are you talking about?
of just commenting on other people's creativity.
No, you didn't steal my shtick. I'm interesting. What are you
Carl
talking
stole
about?
it from Opie and
I
Anthony.
stole it from Opie and Anthony. It's a Jocktober bit. Get with it here.
Except I have the nerve to hide behind a potato instead of tired morning DJ tropes.
The nerve? I don't know if that's the right word. I have the nerve to hide behind a potato.
I have the nerve to let many men sleep with my wife in front of me. What is it, dude? Sir, stop it. Just don't even respond to this. Just delete the videos that are up there now. Just move on.
Just walk away.
Start a new channel. Be an ear of corn. Do something. Just not this anymore,
Get
sir.
converted into Pringles.
Yeah.
Something interesting.
Be a banana.
This is still playing.
Yeah,
And there's
yeah,
silence.
You're right about a few things.
Okay.
That Jen and Carol are flawed human beings,
All right. Let's list
but
all
they
the things.
admit it. In fact, that's part of what makes them awesome. And they admit that
That's a low bar right there. You could be awesome just by admitting you're not perfect. Okay. I don't know if that's awesome.
Carl is so fucking awesome.
Or you could work. Yeah, right. I'm awesome. Or you could work on those things and get better at them. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Or you could just realize that everyone is a vampire trying to get you.
I can't. They are lucky that they found each other and are chemically bound together. I am lucky that I found them.
Maybe he's not the husband.
And
Is this guy a super fan? Oh, this could be actually even worse than I thought it was. At least the husband's like white knighting. But if you're just like a dude who pretends to be a white knighting potato, I don't know if there's anything worse than that.
I like to think that if somebody did a review show of The Creep Off, that Tucker Dixon would do a very similar review. Video
I think so.
to respond.
Actually, Tucker was in the chat over here saying that he didn't have time, but he wanted to respond to this. There's time.
fortunate that I never found your show before them. Not that I would have kept listening.
It's not for you.
Clearly.
Our show's for people. Our audience is 100% people.
Where does this potato get the nerve?
I'm not even trying to attract potatoes.
I just want to point out, anybody that has to lick their lips for a minute before they speak is insane, right?
This is an insane person.
It's just the medication.
This person was
Makes me dry.
this person was up crying all night. You could tell this is someone who is crying all night long.
I would like to
Little
see what
starchy tears.
I would just love to see the room that this person is filming in.
Oh my
while
gosh,
they're
could you
doing this.
I
imagine?
think we're looking at it.
And Jen and Carol, you have a fluffer. The fact that you don't recognize me as your fluffer is a little bit upsetting. Also, remember your goddamn phone number is L201.
Casey, the review girl, says that we're really roasting this potato.
Oh,
She'll be here all week. people.
Casey, can you give us a? Can you tell us what type of dirt would make a potato this stupid? Well,
The same time dirt she's eating, obviously.
EL, the tuna, number one. Because you got tuna coach.
Ugh. Is he talking down to me right
And
now?
I don't want to go on too long, as
Too
I've
late.
been told. Some should and some shouldn't, but I already have, and I don't give a shit anymore.
I'm
Next
unhinged.
week.
Jacked up.
125 views. Any comments? 6 comments. Go down. We
Well,
gotta
that's
reach those.
because this is a show that actually people picked up on because it's about us.
They have
Well, let me-
7 subscribers.
Yeah, they have 7. Now they're up to 8, so that's good. All right, so let's look at these videos. Let's look at the spud here. So a normal show, we got 1 view, episode 31, 7 views on episode 32, 1 view on 30, 3 views on 29, 2 views, 2 views. I mean, the guy is going for it. I would have probably quit.
There's videos, sir, Mr. Potato Head. I want you to understand something. There are videos that you have posted about a show that has 2 hosts and that you made that only have 1 view on them.
Yeah, good point.
The hosts aren't
Get the
even
hosts
watching
to watch
this.
these. All right, let's give him an extra view on this one. This is his recap of episode 19. I want to see. Oh, look at he's got like a little party hat on. I bet he's a lot more cheery when he's not talking about us. Let's see what this looks like.
You've scooped your butt over to Palm Swipes After, a recap of the latest episode of Mom Swipes Left, a podcast with two middle-aged women who made it through another year by the skin of their teeth. This is episode 19, about MSL episode 158. I'm your host.
He's way
Paul
behind.
Voltaire. This week, Jen and Carol took stock of the year. Not.
All right, he's oozing with charisma. I take everything back. He's actually really entertaining. I can't believe more people aren't watching him on YouTube.
I feel like this man is just like on computer time in an asylum. What is happening?
You gotta go be a potato again. All right, here you go.
All right, Chauncey.
See you again next week.
This was on his wheel of consequences.
All right. Oh, it's enough fun with this guy.
I think we should create a character, the WATP French fries. Just like yell at him. And we should start a battle with this
We should
guy.
be French fries, but I'll be vocal fries of the French fries.
I don't think your review is very good.
They're flawed, but that's what makes them awesome. They like to admit it.
They admit that they suck, and that's why I like them.
Who are these podcasts? WATP.